Hi everyone, I just turned my light off too, it's one of those touch ones. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to do another page, so it'd be more or less page 2 of the decorated sampler journal that was given to me in a challenge by Amira in Oz. Thank you, Amira. And hubby's just brought a cuppa in. Thanks, darling. I'll put that out of the road so I don't spill it. Don't knock it over. Maybe that's not the right place up there for it, down here. Okay, alright, I'm organised. I think I am now. Okay, so today's page, working on the second folded page, and this front one here, this is going to be a very simple one, I think. So I'm just going to grab I'd like to put some butterflies on this one, I think, or decorate it with something like that. That'll be nice. Okay, and I might grab another one while I'm here. Just grabbing my pages out. This one here, I think that's pretty too. Maybe that one is the base, I'm not sure yet. Okay, I've got they're just the papers I'm going to be using today. And why is that rolling off? Okay, so this one here, I'm going to be working on this page here today. So here I've got one of the offcut pieces from the very first part, so it was like offcut, something similar to that. And what I'm going to do, I need to get the length because I'm going to have a fold out here and a fold out there. So all I do for that is, that's 8, what did I cut them at? 8 inches. So I'm just going to mark that and cut them down. I'll just cut both at the same time. And I'm also going to cut the folded edge so that I've got 2 separate pieces. Okay, so I'll snip that off there. Now, what I'm going to do is fold these in half, these pages. So I might grab my scoreboard, and I'm going to fold them in half so that the long side's down here. So that's 6 1/4, so it's about 3 1/8. I'll just mark that there. And 6 1/4 and 3 1/8, and we'll mark that one down there. That just makes it easier for me to fold. Okay, we go that way, and that way. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and this one is going to go on here, and there is a little overlay flap just there, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that today. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to have a pocket here and a pocket there. Now, to attach the pockets, I'll just measure. I haven't got a long enough piece. That one should be long enough. Okay, so that one is 8 inches long, and all I'm going to do is get another one of those. Is that 8 inches? that's nearly 8 inches. That one will do. I'm just trying to use up some of the offcuts, and I'm just going to more or less cut that straight in half and grab my scoreboard again and score these down the centre. So that's nearly 2.5, we'll go about there, just so that I can fold them. 2.5, 2, maybe 1. And I've also learnt that when you score and you want to fold something, to stop the edges from cracking. So this side here is where I scored, so you have a little indent there, and this side here is the raised side. So what you do, you fold it over on the raised side, so that stops the cracking and tearing. Is that right? No, because that cracked and teared. I might have done it a bit too hard. I'm a little bit heavy-handed at times. Yeah, well this one here worked anyway. Okay, so it actually stops the paper from cracking on that side. Alright, okay, so I've got 2 attachment straps. They don't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered up there. And I'm just going to grab some double-sided tape, and I am going to just put some tape on these strips. So the first one's going to go, I am going to put some glue on too, but I just I like to have a double layer of glue. So the first strip is going to go down on this side here, and my pocket is going to be attached on the top. So you need glue on the top fold here, and as well as on the bottom fold, the bottom flap of your fold. Okay, so we've got that, and do it with the other one because the other one's going on the other side. It's not very straight, but that's okay. Just like to have a double layer, because I know the double-sided tape doesn't stay stuck for after a while. So I'm just going to put that on there. And now I have my flaps ready. I just realised what I said. Okay, that's naughty, Wendy. Okay. Now, you want to make sure I've got, yep. You want to make sure that your pocket is on the inside. And what I'm thinking, like these two are both the same width, the front and the back. So what I think I might do is just on one side, I'm just going to cut it down about 1/2 inch, just on one side, just so that when you open it up you can actually see that there is a pocket there. So I've done that one. You don't have to do this, like you could leave them the same width, but I just thought that would look a lot better. And now I'm going to quickly distress my edges. I don't have to do it that because that stays like that, doesn't it? Okay, I don't have to ink the inside of that edge. So I think it's just a habit for me at the moment. But I will ink this side here, this edge here. Okay, So that's going to be on that one there. And that one's going to be on that side there. Okay, so I can get this one put on. So I've got my smaller edge that will be on the inside when it opens up like that, and I'm going to put this down, my attachments. How's my glue going to go today? It feels like it's a bit gluggy in there. There we go. Okay, so I am going to put just a smidgen of glue down here. And this one is going to be put on the inside down here, right down near that fold at the bottom. Okay, so I've got that one on, fold at the bottom, and then the other side of this flap is going to be put on right at the edge there on your main piece of paper. And you do all this before you actually start putting your pattern papers on. Because when you lay your pattern papers over the top, you don't see these actual folded flaps. So on this side here, I am going to just level that up over here, at the top and at the bottom and right along that edge. So hopefully that looks straight. And as you noticed, I haven't glued the sides of this pocket down yet. Okay, so let me just see. Okay, so what have I done now? I've come out a little bit too far, which can happen. So let me see if I can just get this up. Alright, I was managed to pull that up. And what I might do, I'm going to have to just, I thought that was right on the edge, it looks like it's right on the edge. Okay, I'm just going to re-stick this one now. Right, now put this back down again and go right about there. Is that going to open? Yeah, see, you've got to have, with your pocket, it has to line up right with the edge of your base paper, okay? And because if it doesn't line up, I had mine over a little bit too far, and if it doesn't line up properly, it's not going to open and close flat like that. Okay, I think I went a bit wonky up there, but that's okay. Alright, so you have to have it lined up right against this side here of your base paper. So that was an easy fix, wasn't it? Okay, now do the same for this side here. Take the back of this off. Oops. And just going to put a smidgen of glue on that. this one is going to go on the inside here. Make sure it's going to open out that way, or you could have it opening up the opposite, like opening it inwards, but there. Okay, so I've got that one on. Okay, and that one's going to go on there and open up out there. Okay, so you've got to make sure that the edge of your pocket, not the edge of your flap, is level with your base page here. So I hope you understood that. So put some glue on here. I'm glad sometimes I do put the glue on because it doesn't rip up as much as what the double-sided tape does. Okay, so let's just leave that down there. That's, oops, I'll just show you, that's my folded base page, and this here is going to be leveled up over here. So before I press that one down properly, I'm just going to open that up. It might be easier to do it this way. Open that up like that, and then press that down. So that will open up, open and close fine. Yep, well done. So I'll leave that little mistake in that I done there, just so that you know it does happen. So that's going to be, those two are going to be pockets. That one's going to fold in there, and that one's going to fold that way, and it's just going to slightly go over the base one, this other pocket. Okay, so before I put these pockets together at the side, I'm thinking that I'm going to put on like another little flip pocket here, a side flip pocket or something. So maybe something like this. So I've just got another piece of manila folder, and this one here is 7.5 inches long. So what I'm thinking is might put that so that it just goes over that edge of the pocket just a little bit, and then fold this up. I might go over more and fold it in half, I think. Okay, so we'll do that one that way. We'll fold that in half and press that down there. Now you could just put that on as a pocket, like you could glue there, and then glue down there, and then on this side here. But what I think I'm going to use this and flip that out that way, and then just add a couple of more pockets here and one on the front. Okay, so I'll just quickly edge this. And look, sometimes I don't mind having a rounded corner and a square corner, but on little things like this I actually am going to just round this corner up here. There's some things that bug me and other things it doesn't bug me, and I might just round these back corners here as well. So got rounded corners now. That's going to go on there. and that's going to go on there like that. Okay, distress ink. Now I'll distress this. Before I attach this on there, I'm going to put some decorative papers down. Okay, so, and I have to do this side on this flap as well. Okay, so that's going to be like that. This flap's going to sit there like that. So just to make life easier, I'm going to have this part just here on this flap as a pocket, but I want to decorate this top flap before I put this down. So I'll grab, what have I got left here? Still got some offcuts here. So I'm just going to get this one and lay that on there, measure it up and pencil mark where I need to cut, right there and right there. These might be two different colours, but that's okay, that's not going to worry me. They're decorated, that's the important thing, I think. Hang on, I just cut that at the wrong thing. Okay, that can be used for that one, and was not meant to be. Oh my goodness. Come on, Wendy, get a grip. I must have had another pencil mark on that because I did cut it on a pencil line. Okay, so I'm just going to put this piece and measure this flap here, which is there, to there. And I'll cut along the bottom first and not cut it in half like I did the last one. You gotta laugh at yourself sometimes, don't you? Oh dear. Okay, and that one goes up that way. So I've got that flap to be covered, that pocket to be covered there. And I'm just going to measure this one out here. It should be the same right length because I cut it straight across, and I'm just going to mark that there and snip that down, so then that one there can be covered as well. Okay, so I'll just put that one to the side for a minute because there's something else I'm going to do on that side there. But with this one I shall quickly ink my edge. And just put some glue on this one. And what I might do with this one, because this is going to go on the top of that other folded one, I'm just thinking I'm going to have another little hidden pocket just in there. So I'm only going to glue on the three sides because I do like these, and my glue's not going to work. There's my, there it is, my little needle. Okay. Right, so have I got it up the right way? That's the right way. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on that side there, and that side there, and just go along the edge. There. And there. So this one here I'm going to put down. Just like that. Okay, so we are going to have like a little hidden pocket just in there as well. Now, I might leave that opened. Now I can bring back this one. Now I might close it so I know where to put this. And this is going to be put on there, just like that. So I just mark where I want the glue to go for widthwise, just about there. Okay, so on this one here I'm going to put glue down here and across the bottom and up the top for a pocket there along the bottom, and try and go straight up here, Wendy. There, that looks alright. So that one there is going to be glued onto here. I might bring it down just a little bit. Okay, so glued that onto there. Okay, so then you will have a pocket up here as well as one under there. Now when you open up this flap here, you're going to see that bit just there, but that's not going to worry me. Okay, so what I want to do now is just put some base paper on this, and I'll leave that part on down there, I don't mind that. So I need to cut it, and you'll see the fold in the middle a bit, but that's okay too. So that one needs to be cut there. Just like that. And a smidgen off the top. Forgot about that, didn't I? And so that one's going to go there, and then I'll do this one as well, just about there and about there. Okay, so I've got those two pieces there, and I'm going to round the edges for where the rounded edges are on that flip out, just there, and on this side for the other one. Cool up here today, even though I'm still in a t-shirt for our winter, but I've just started to, my toes have started to get cold. So I'd have to stop in a minute and run out and get my slippies on. Okay, and that one's going to go there. So I'm going to glue these ones down now, and I still need one for the front as well. Now if you like, you could also put a hidden pocket in there, but I'm not going to worry about it on this one. Okay, so we've got that decorated on the inside, and I need another piece for here, and oh, that's that piece for there. Don't cut that, Wendy. Okay, I've got another offcut here, another part of that map. So let's leave that little flap on the top there, I think. So I'll cut that there, and just about there. Oops, sorry, I hit the tripod. Okay. I do that sometimes. I forget it's there. Just like I forget to talk in videos sometimes because I forget the camera's on. Okay, so that's going to go there, and I'll round this side of these corners and put a little bit of ink just on the edge. Right. Yep, I like that. Now, before I put the decorative paper down on here, I might like to make another pocket on the front. So what I'm going to do I want a thick pocket or a little? Yeah, I've got an offcut here. Okay, so with this one here, I am going to, how wide is that? I got, with this piece of paper here, I'm actually going to fold it over so that I have got a little tab on this side, and it's nearly, oh, that worked out nearly the same length as that little pocket across there. So I'm going to fold that, and I'm going to fold this one. So I've actually got, oh, that's okay, I've got my rounded corners over here, but that's okay. I can round those, that side there as well, just to be a little bit different. That's if it's going to go in here on a double thickness. Yep, it should. Yep, and the other one. Okay, so that's going to go on there, and where this joins down here, I'm just going to come out a little bit and fold that backwards. So I should have used my scoreboard, but that's okay. Put it down and fold it a bit better. Make sure those sides are even there. Okay, so I've got a little tab here, and I'm just going to mitre those corners in, just so that nothing is that bulky. So that's going to be a little pocket there, and what I might do, I'll just put a little notch in the top here, and I'll just grab my 1-inch circle punch and just sort of, hang on, I'm going to decorate it first. So I've got a piece here, and I'll just put that on there, about there, and mark that where I want to cut it. So cut there and cut there. Just before I cut that notch, it's easier just to cut it all in as one, instead of cutting it and then trying to match it up when you're putting the decorative piece on it. Okay, so that's going to go on there. I'll round these edges. There. Oh, you're not going to see those ones there that much, but yeah. Okay. Alright, so now, oh, and that edge just there. Alright, I'm right with that now. So this is going to sit on that there. I didn't cut it wide enough, but that's okay. It still works. Put some glue on here, the back of this one. And we'll put that on there. maybe I didn't have to cut it because I cut that a little bit too small. Might not notch it in, but that's alright. My circle punch now. So this flap is going to, I'll just explain what I'm doing. This flap is going to fold over there, and I'm thinking I might leave it as a flap too. Yeah, so I'll have to decorate this side here as well. But before I glue this into like a pocket, I'm just going to cut a little notch out of here. Just eyeball so that it maybe looks like it's centered. It did take a little bit of that decorative paper out, but that's okay. So that is going to sit over there, like that. And I'll glue this down now, so I just need to glue down this side. Oops, and along the bottom. Now I'll press that together. Okay, so I've made a little pocket, and I'll just measure up on this side. How wide's that? That's not wide enough, is it? Got a little horsey here. Maybe I could cut that off. Yeah, why not? Okay, so where's my flap? That one there, and I'll have to cut this side here too. That one there, and for lengthwise, I'll just turn that over and mark it just there. Okay, so this was a scrap piece from one of those other papers that are in that pad. Well, I think it was, I'm not sure now, because I did like using, I have used that pad a little bit, and we'll cut that there. Okay, so how do I go with that one? Oh, look, it's perfect, straight on. So I'll round my corners, and I only have to round, oh, is that up the right way? Let me just check. Yep. So that's going to open that way there. So I'm just going to round these two corners over here. And just ink around this. And put a bit of glue on it. And just put that on there. Okay. Oh, little horsey, I like that. Just tidy up this a bit. Okay, so back to this. Now that I've done that. So that's going to go on there. And this one here is going to be tucked under my decorative paper. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? How far up do I want it to go? Yep, that'll do. So I'll just put some glue over here. I won't worry about using the double-sided tape. And now, I'm not sure if I want it down lower. Yeah, I might do it lower. So I'm going to place that on there, just on my decorative paper. So that's what the back will look like. And that's going to go on there as a little flip out pocket. Okay, and what I might do here is just put in another pocket, or like a tuck spot. So I've got another piece of manila folder here, and how big do I want it? Let me see. That folds over there, so we'll have one there, one pocket there and one pocket there. That might be okay. So I'm just going to cut this one down. I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller so that I can still see the edge of these ones here. So a pencil and cut that about there, and the base is going to be cut about there. That looks about right. So I've got that one. The camera made a funny noise then. And that one. So I'm going to make that into a pocket just there. I'll round this edge here. Just there. And I'm just going to glue, I might make it into a tuck spot actually, because I do want to leave that opened a little bit. So I'll just grab another, well, I found another piece of that map. So I'll mark that just over here and up there, and cut that. There's that pencil mark there. Okay, so that's going to be covering that there, and around the two corners on this side, and just put a bit of ink on here. It's going to go sit on there and be a tuck spot, and that's just a decorative piece for the front there. So I'll glue that one on. Okay, turn that around. I hope that maps up the right way. Yeah, it looks okay. Right, we'll just put that over there, and that looks okay. Now with this one here, I am just going to glue down this side here and across the bottom and leave this side open like it's a little tuck spot, not actually a fully closed in pocket. So we'll go there and along the bottom, and that just gets glued onto your decorative paper because your decorative paper's not glued onto that one down there yet. So we'll just put that on my decorative paper. Make sure it's straight. That looks crooked. That looks straight. Okay, so that's opened at that side just there. Now I think I'm finished, and I might just like to glue that onto there now. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue the whole lot onto there. Glue that little layering of the pockets onto there. Okay, so that's a little flip out pocket there, and we've got like a little tuck spot in here, and there is a pocket behind that one there. Okay, and we've also got a pocket, a hidden pocket down in behind that one. That's a pretty cool layout, that one. I like that one. Okay, so that's that side done. And now on this side here, I don't need to put anything else. So I'm actually going to glue the other side to this larger pocket down. So I'm just going to put some glue up there, and I want to close that because I don't want it to dry out, and some glue down the bottom here, and we're going to just close that up like that. So that's my first big pocket on this side here. Alright, and I need, what did I do with those papers? I didn't end up using that, did I? I'm just going to cover the inside of this pocket here. So I've got some of this one. That's the cover for that one there. I need to get rid of these little bits. Okay, and I'm just going to snip this top one off here. Okay, so I'm just going to snip that down and take that off. Okay, so on the inside of the pocket, I'm just going to go up to there and there. I'm going to mark it right there and mark that down there and cut that. So I might cut the bottom off first because that's the length that I need to cover the other one on the other side. And this is my width up here. So that's going to be covered right there. Which looks lovely because then you don't see the actual folding join. And just put a bit of ink around these ones. This one. And before I glue that down, I'm just going to, bend this up just slightly and do down the centre here of this one, if I can hold them properly, just to get a bit in there. You're not going to see it either side of the fold because it's going to have a cover over it, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so I'll glue that one on. I'm going to glue this one straight down. I'm not going to put a pocket on the inside of this one because otherwise it just gets a little bit too bulky. But you can really adapt these ideas to make it your own, and you can add and take away added pockets if you wanted. Oops. Okay, so this one is going to go right there. Is that straight? No, it doesn't look straight. Oops, move that over a bit. Okay, that looks straight. Okay, and that's a good fit there. So that's my first pocket, flip out pocket for this side, and it's got another little smaller flip out pocket. It has a little tuck spot, and then it has a pocket here for a tag, and then it has the hidden pocket just up in there. Plus you turn it over like this and it's also got a nice big side pocket there. Okay, now to do my other flip out for this page, this one's going to go underneath this one. Now what I want to do before I put my decorative paper on, is that up the right way? No, that one is, that is. Before I put my decorative paper on, I want to make some kind of little attachment thing so that I will hold, so that I'll be able to hold these down here. And what I normally would use would be like a little cutout arrow type of thing. Okay, I've had a little think. Now this page isn't quite the same as the one that I done for my sister. I've kind of like just altered it a bit. So what I thought, I am not going to worry about wanting to hold down my little flip out pocket here. So because when I put a tag or something in here, I can have another one on the top coming over it, and that will actually hold that flip in closed, so that when you turn the page it won't just always flip out like that. Okay, but what I will do, I need something to hold this page closed, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to, because I've made that one there a tuck spot, I'm just going to make a little tab here and join it to my decorative paper, so that that tab will just twist in and out underneath my little, this tuck spot here. Okay, so I don't think I want it that thick, that wide. So I'll just grab this, and this is about, what is it? It's about 1.5 inches wide. So I'll go 3/4 and score. So I can, pardon me, so I can fold it in half easier. Like that. And just leave that there and see how I suppose I want it about that long, so I'm going to cut that there, just like that. So I've got and I don't want, I want it even, so I didn't do that scoring very even, did I? Just snip that off there, so I've got just a little piece. So that's going to be my little tab, and is that long enough? And what I might do is just decorate that. So just cut that there and there. So those two halves there, they're going to actually be glued together. So I've got that one, and then another little snip off there. Okay, and that's going to sit on the top of that. And right, okay, I'm going to put some double-sided tape in the middle of this one and a little bit of glue as well. It's just so that I know it's going to stay stuck together. So there's that. And that, and just put a, oh come on glue bottle, I'm going to have to start putting my needle back in you. And that there. So that's going to get glued together. And now I can just, I might do it that way, just put a bit of ink around here and just a smidgen of ink around that's going to sit over the top as my little decorative piece. And that can go on there. Alright, so I've got this put together, a little tab, and I'm just thinking it's going to sit just about there, and maybe it would hold that down. It would too, but I'm thinking just to slip it in behind that one just there. Okay, so you know, I might leave it that shape, that's fine by me. I was going to like angle it for like a little kind of arrow thing, but I don't think I will. Now to attach this here, I just use a brad. So I have these little silver brads that I'm going to use, and I will need a hole punch. There we go. So I've got a brad. Put the lid on them. You don't know how many times I've actually knocked this over and they've just gone everywhere. Now I am going to put it just, let me see, just there I think. So I'm going to grab, I will mark it I think, just about there. And I'm going to lift up my pattern paper because I don't want to put a hole straight through my envelope there. Grab that out and put that down there, and just put a hole through that right through to my pattern paper. And I do make the hole rather wide so that I can slide this little tab thing around. So that's going to go in there, and that is going to go into there. And we'll open that up. And I'll just give that a nice press down. Okay, so I've got the little tab on. I hope you understood how I done that. Now I can glue my page down here. See, that's going to slide around, and it can slide back around into under that little tuck spot there. This card can be held closed by a tag that just hangs out, like two tags, one that's in and one that hangs out over the side, so that'll keep that closed too. But I'm thinking that I've made that actually strong enough that it might hold that down there as well. Okay, alright, but I'm going to glue this panel onto the left hand side pocket now. And the reason I left this pocket opened here was because when I done my sampler, I actually had to put my little tab through this pocket, but because I'm decorating it, I can just put it through my piece of decorative paper, then put my paper on there, and you won't see the inside of the brad. But if you do put it through and you have got the inside there, you can put a bit of tape over it, because then you'll still be able to take your tags in and out easier when that's together. Okay, so that's actually why I left that opened, but I didn't need to, because I put that little tab through my decorative piece of paper. So I hope you understood that, guys. I hope so. If you didn't understand it, you can always just leave me a comment below saying You talk and dribble. I didn't understand. And I'm just thinking, if I put that on upside, no, that's the right way. Okay, you can't tell with maps sometimes, can you, if they're the right way or not. So I'm going to put my glue around here on my page, on my pattern piece of paper. Oops, and glue on my hand. Oh, don't do that. And that can be glued down onto there. So don't, I wouldn't glue it right onto the back of the brad because it might not move. Okay, so that's my little tab, and then I can actually glue this pocket together now because I didn't go through the inside of it. There. And I can glue up there and down there. Okay. And put a piece, that's the right length there to cover that. So I just mark the width that I want it, just about there. Cut that. There. So that one's going to go on there. And I'm going to glue this one straight down. So that goes over that. And I didn't do that inside edge with a bit of ink. So just wait a second, guys, because I'm going to really notice that otherwise. Okay, that'll do. Got a little bit of glue on that, but that's okay. Right, so I'll put that, just pull that down a tad. Pull that down too far? No, just a smidgen too far, but that's okay. And that doesn't look straight there. Come on, Wendy, get your act together. That was too far over that. Okay, that looks alright. Now I ripped too much glue off that, so I'll just put a bit more on in here. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright, so that is the fold out pocket pages done. Okay, so that goes in just under there like that to hold that, mainly hold that flap, this pocket flap together too. Okay, so all we're going to do on the inside here is put another decorative paper. So I'll cut that there. So that's going to go there. So that one's going to go right there. And now, do I want to pocket behind that or not? No, I don't think so. Let's okay, now I'm starting to change my mind again, aren't I? what I might do before I glue this patterned base down, I've got a couple of these little strips of the manila folder, and I've also got this strip here. No, it's a bit too in your face. So what I might do, I've got this strip here. I'm going to put a triangle pocket down here with, you know, that flips up. I know the girls are calling it something, but I just don't remember the name. But up the top here, I might just put like a diagonal belly band. So all I'm going to do for that is you put your piece over where you want it, and you just fold it at the sides here, just to get the proper length that you want. So that's going to be folded over like that. Okay, and before I glue it, then you can just glue the back pieces down here onto your paper. But before I glue it, I might just cut it's just not quite long enough for that. Maybe this one is. Okay, so I just need the width. So I'm just going to cut a piece that width. Or maybe I should have cut, no, I want that, I think I want that for something else. So I'll just put that up there. Pull that over a bit. Cut that. So this is going to be my decorative piece on top of that little belly band. I'll just do these edges as well in case I see them. Okay, now put a bit of glue on here, I think. Oh, come on, goodness gracious. Okay, I think I'm going to have a break soon. I think it's nearly lunchtime. Alright, so got that, and I'm just going to maybe level that up so I've got the same distance on either side, roughly. Right, so that's that, and that's that there. And then I can also, oh, I might snip that. How about I snip it? Yep, okay. I'm going to snip those little bits off because I don't want it really thick. So I'm just going to use that fold as my guideline. Right, there. Oh, that man next door's got a very bad cough, poor thing. It's even worse than hubby's cough. Okay, so then I can just slip that back onto there and just get it back in the right spot where I had it before, like there, and turn that over and just put a smidgen of glue on these little flaps just to hold them down and hold them in the right place like that. Okay, and there is like a top tuck for your little belly bands. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is glue that page on. So that can go there, covering that up over that way a little bit more, and that can go down just like that. And does that still fold? Yes. Well done. Well done, Wendy. Okay, so that's the inside of that so far. That one will close in that way and that will close in that way. And what I want to do down here is just put, I just want that squared, so I'm just going to roughly work out how wide I want it. So I think about 4 inches by 4 inches, that'll do. Okay, so I'm just going to cut. Is that 4 inches wide? Let me see. Yeah, not far from it. Okay. So just do it to there. I think that's roughly 4 inches wide anyway. It is. I'm going to put that up there. So, and oh, that's not really. That's not going to be really wide enough, is it, if I fold that in half? Okay, let me do it a little bit wider. So, I'm not going to do it at 5, I'm just going to get another one of these because that's the biggest piece I've got. I'm not do it at 4, so I might do it at 5. 5.5. I think that might be okay. 5.5 square. Just let me have a look at that. No, I'll have to do it at 5. At 5. Right, so I'm going to cut this at 5 by 5. 5 by 5. So that will do that. And all I'm going to do, I will score this. So how I score my angles is I just get up here on the side of my board and just go from point to point on this very last one, and just score. So that should fold in half nicely now. So I fold that in half, and that is going to go right there. So I'm going to decorate this top one, and I'm actually going to, what do I want to decorate the inside? Okay, while I'm deciding, I will ink around this edge. I'm going to just put some decorative paper on the front. Is that wide enough? I don't know. Not quite. It would be that way, wouldn't it? If I cut it. Put it on an angle. So let's just put this here where I want it. Half of it anyway. And I shall just draw a line there and there. And I'll cut this out, and when I cut it out I'm just going to cut slightly on the inside of this. I know I could have put that in my cutting thing, but I just didn't. A little bit of hand cutting sometimes is not bad for you. Okay, so let's see, where am I? There. How did I go with that? That's okay, a little bit too wide. I will put it in here. So I need about 2 mil of that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that should be right. Okay, oh perfect, look at that. So put a bit of ink on here. Now I'll just move these out of the road. Now that's going to go on there like that, and then that is going to go on this top piece here like that. So I'm just going to glue that straight on there. I was thinking if I wanted to put a pocket or something underneath, but it's going to be I think I got a bit of glue stuck somewhere on the inside of that. A bit better. If I put a pocket under this piece here, it might end up a little bit too thick, so won't worry about that. We'll just glue that one down onto here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to glue just this side here and this bottom side, so I've got a nice tuck spot. So we put that down here in the corner, and we'll just press that on there. Just there. Now on the inside I'm just going to grab a couple of tea dyed papers, and I'm going to put those on the inside there, and that goes there, and that goes over. I haven't put any pockets on the inside here. I will quickly do that. I will quickly do that because I've done that there. Now for the pockets on the inside, I'm going to just mark this one here, and that's going to be a side pocket, and this one here I am going to make a bottom pocket. So that one there, I'll just cut these. So that one's going to go there, and this one is going to go at the side there. Give it a bit of inking. That's a side one. That's the bottom one, and just for those ones, that one there needs a corner rounded like that, and I'm just going to put the glue along the 3 sides, along the 3 edges, the 2 sides and the bottom. So, oops, that's going to go just there. So now I've got a pocket in there as well, and this one here is going to be a side pocket. So I'm going to put it on just the two short sides, one of the long sides and the other short side. And my glue just stopped coming out then. And that one's going to be placed just there. Okay, so now I've got some pockets on the inside of my little flap. Okay, and that's going to go there. That's going to be pressed down there. And then that's going to go there. I shall just give you like a little example of how you can do this one here. You can have a tag in there and it's actually like joined to another tag, so you've got two together. You can put your tag in that little tuck spot and just have it hanging down over this bottom flip out one. Okay, so that's if you were worried about, you know, what you were doing there. So okay, that's that, and that's that, and that's that. I just need to put some tea dyed paper here, and that's the first page of the second double layout. Okay, so that's pretty good. Alright, that is going to do me for today, because for some reason I'm just sitting here and I'm really starting to get cold, so I've decided to go out and get a cardigan on, and I shall be back, guys, and we will do maybe the inside pages here next. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Let me see how that goes with that. Yeah, that holds it, but I should have built it up on this side here, but that's okay. I'm just going to put it in there. Okay? Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, I shall be back, guys.